Hello YouTubers and welcome back to today's Delta Credit tip. So you've gone out and you've done your disputes, but you didn't quite get the response that you were looking for. Despite your knowledge of what really happened, your results from the bureaus are saying that they verify this information. What do you do now? What's your next step? Stay tuned, we'll tell you on today's Delta Credit tip. Hello and welcome back to today's Delta Credit tip. So you've put in your dispute with the bureaus. You didn't quite get the response you were looking for. As a matter of fact, they came back and said, we've investigated your dispute and we have verified that this information belongs to you. Very frustrating when you know that it really didn't address the dispute that you put in. So the question becomes now, well, what am I going to do? The bureaus have come back and said this information is mine, it's verified, it's accurate, it belongs to me, and now I'm fighting the bureaus directly. And to make it worse, there's 3 of them, right? So this could drag out quite a bit if I don't know what else to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you actually 3 responses to their response that you may want to consider to help you in your credit restoration process. I am confident the information is going to be helpful, so just do me a favor, put me the thumbs up, subscribe below, hit the bell, so that every Thursday when we come up with new information, you get it right out of the gate, but most importantly, share the information. The whole purpose of this YouTube channel is so that we can help people like you, people like your friends, people like your family, empower themselves with the information and make a choice to make a change here with Delta. So let's talk about what you can do once you get that unfavorable response back from the Equifax, the TransUnion, the Experian, or even ChexSystems, Telechecks, or one of these other bureaus that are reporting derogatory information about you. So the first thing you may want to consider is just simply redispute it. Now, what I'm not suggesting you do is just write the same letter or send the exact same letter with the exact same dispute. That's what a lot of the fraudulent credit repair companies will do, is they will send out a bunch of this same letter over and over and over and over again and hoping that there's some sort of change in their response from the bureaus. The kicker is they're charging you every month for it, right? Doing the same thing over and over and over again is not going to get you a different result, right? So what I'm really referring to is 1, either in the method that you disputed, or 2, the actual reason for the dispute. Okay, so let's talk about the method first. If you happen to dispute what's on your credit report through the credit bureaus directly online, or Credit Karma, or Identity Guard, or one of these other retail websites that allow you to do it that way, you're probably shooting yourself in the foot because of the way that they do it, right? If you're going to go online and do a dispute, you got to pick one of the little radio dial buttons and figure out, hey, does this really apply to the reason why I'm disputing it? Not to mention, sending your supporting documents become very difficult when you're online. So the method itself, online versus writing a letter, right, could produce different results that you're not expecting. So maybe going back and changing your methodology is a good idea. Second is what you're actually disputing, okay? In the course of disputing something that's on your credit report, there's a myriad of reasons as to why something shouldn't be on your credit report. And you just need to pick one that's appropriate and maybe change why you disputed the item on the credit report. The second thing that you may want to consider is challenging their method of how they came up with the notion that this information belongs to you, that this account belongs to you. So in the Fair Credit Reporting Act, there are measures in place that if you happen to get that unfavorable response, you can ask how they got that information. You want to know the procedures that they took to basically determine the accuracy and completeness of the information that they are now claiming belongs to you. In that response, you can also request the company, the furnisher of the information that they spoke with, an address, a phone number if they have it, so that you can communicate with them directly. Also, if in their response to their method, recognize that if you did send supporting documentation, that they have to share all that with the furnisher of the information on your credit report. So if it looks as though the information that you provided them wasn't shared, well then now that's a flaw in that dispute method that they've violated your rights. Okay, so again, disputing how they came up with the information is one of your options. Now, once you get all of this information about who the furnisher is and how they did the investigation and all that, you can then actually do the third option, which is dispute directly with the furnisher, right? You don't necessarily have to dispute with the bureaus. As a matter of fact, we usually don't, because as we've mentioned in other videos, the bureaus, they don't like you, right? You're not their customer. You're not paying them anything for these disputes. You're not paying them anything to give you copies of your credit report. But the debt collectors do, the creditors do, and so you're already fighting a losing battle because you're disputing something about their paying customer, okay? So you might want to take up the third option, which again is dispute it with the original furnisher of the information on the credit report. Now, this opens up a lot more opportunity for you because it's not just the Fair Credit Reporting Act now, it's the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act that can come into play, and there's a lot of different state laws that may come into play, and it just gives you more opportunity to really get the meat and potatoes of what is this information that's being displayed on my bureau. Is it really accurate? Are the dates right? Are the dollar amount right? Are the owners of the account right? Well, there's so many different things about it that could be wrong and could lead to either an update or a straight deletion. Okay, so perhaps going after the original creditor is a good idea. So let's say you do take option 3 and they do delete the item from the credit report. Well, then that's their first, well, wait a minute. I just disputed it with the bureaus and they said it was accurate and that it was verified. So why is now the furnisher deleting the account when I disputed it with them? What does that mean? They probably really didn't reinvestigate your claim. All right. So now, if that happens, your next action should be to call us immediately, because now there's other things that have come into play. So again, 3 options if you don't get those responses that you're looking for immediately. 1, of course, redispute either with a different method or a different reason. Again, challenging their method on how they came up with the information. Or 3, go after the furnisher of the information directly and use a different set of laws, and hopefully they will come up with a better result for you. So again, hope this information helps. If so, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe below, hit the bell, and every Thursday we'll come out with new information just for you in your credit restoration process. And again, share the information so that we can share this with our friends and our family and help them make the choice, make a change. Delta.